time for questions, okay? And you can ask whatever questions that you want to ask, okay? Because for the last few videos, in the last few videos, when I came on live, I spoke about Ramayana, right? But today it is not going to be like that, okay? Because I don't know how many people were interested in the topic, right? So I wanted to change the topic and see how the responses are, okay? And I want to say one more thing. I recently published an article in my blog. Please go ahead and read it, okay? Because this blog article that I wrote 2 days before, it summarizes everything that I went through ever since I started to write in my blog. Okay, I started my blog in 2016. That is my first attempt to express myself. Okay, and I was writing a lot of articles, and then one day I wrote this article titled Journey of the Seeker, and it was a huge success. A lot of people contacted me, a lot of people commented on that article, okay, saying that I can relate to you very clearly. I have went through these experiences, whatever that you are mentioning. I have also went through this, okay, and it was a huge, it is like a new beginning, okay, because till that point, I was virtually unknown to people, okay, nobody knows who is Shanmugam, but now at least thousands of people know me, okay. I mean, I wouldn't I'm not giving you an exaggerated number. Thousands of people know me for sure, I know, because thousands of people have contacted me so far, right? So hi, curious, how are you? I'm curious to know who you are. Curious. Okay, there is a comment from a person called Curious. Okay, so yes, basically, this is about three things actually. One is your questions. Okay, I am here to answer your questions today. Okay, so this session is going to be a question and answer session, and I believe that you have some kind of trust in me because a lot of people have different kinds of opinions. Okay, I've been getting lots and lots of comments. Okay, okay. Curious is asking, where were you these days? I am here. Okay, where were, I mean, did you watch my last video, like which was just a few days ago? I think maybe 10 days before I was live. So if you didn't watch it, then I should ask you, where were you? Okay. Yeah, I'm just telling you because I have been always coming on live. Okay, I'm doing a lot of live videos lately. Okay, and today I really want to say three things, three important things. One is, as I said, it is a question and answer session. Okay, that is first thing. Second is, please read my article that I have written. Okay, go to nallaishanmugam.wordpress.com, and there I have actually written a couple of articles recently. Okay, and the last article is very, very important. As I said, I have given a brief summary of everything that happened ever since I started writing in this blog. Okay, writing, because that is very, very important. Because when I started writing, and when this one article called The Journey of the Seeker became, I mean, when it became a huge hit, right? When a lot of people started commenting on it, when a lot of people said that they can relate to this content, okay, that is when I also felt some kind of confidence. Okay, I realized, okay, I am really producing some kind of useful content, right? But the thing is, okay, after some time, I began to write about the life after awakening. In fact, there are two or three articles in my blog which is about the life after awakening. Okay, and many people were specifically interested in that. Do you know who those people are? They have also gone through this experience of non-duality. And again, when I say this, many people do not really think, do not accept that I have actually gone through the experience of non-duality. And I'm not here to convince them because there is no point in doing it. Okay, and I don't have a need to convince them either. But one thing that I can tell you very, very honestly is what I went through in 2014 is indeed non duality. So, after experiencing non duality, a person is not perfect. I can I can talk about my experience. Okay, I am not a perfect person. Okay, I know that very clearly. I'm not a saint, and I'm not like Jaggi Vastev who do a business out of these things. If I had if I had that intention, I would have done it very clever way. more than how these guys are doing. My one commitment towards truth prevented me in doing all these things, okay? For me, truth is very, very important. That is the value that I have, okay? Truth stands first to me. In fact, I have collected some slokas which says, okay, truth is the essence of Sanatana Dharma. Truth is the backbone of Sanatana Dharma, okay? If you're honest, you are living in Dharma. If you're not being honest, you're not living in Dharma, okay? It is as simple as that, okay? Dharma, when we talk about Dharma, okay, we have Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. These are four Purusharthas, okay? And what I love about this culture, okay, when we talk about Hinduism, okay, Hinduism is a term coined by British, okay. Please keep that in mind, okay, because a lot of people are kind of like, they are kind of identified with the term called Hinduism. I don't identify myself as a Hindu, okay. I hate that term, like, actually, because this has become a political term these days. Politicians use this word Hinduism for their political advantage. There's nothing called Hinduism. Hinduism is a word given by British. But actually, the truth is, in this land, okay, we have various cultures, various traditions, various worships. But yes, we had some kind of principles which united us, okay, and one of them is Purusharthas. We are united because of these four Purusharthas, okay. In fact, I can tell you very clearly, this is the one thing which is common among all the traditions, okay, except even Buddhism and Jainism accept two of those four Purusharthas, okay, Dharma and Moksha, okay. The four Purusharthas are again, okay, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. A normal human being needs these four things, okay. But a person who wants to renounce this word, he does not need Artha, and he does not need Kama. Now, I will define it. Okay, Dharma is the actual order of living, the way of living. Okay, how should you conduct your lives? Okay, and what should you do to achieve anything at all? That also has Dharma, right? For example, there is Raja Dharma. Okay, Dharma of kings. There is the Dharma of sannyasis. There is Dharma for people who are grihasthas, who are living in families. Okay, so Dharma simply means what kind of life you should live, how should you conduct your lives, what should you do when you wake up in the morning, okay. It includes everything. For example, if you, I mean, just since I am reading my Ramayana, okay, Ramayana is full of these dharmas, okay, like, like this daily dharmas like Sandhya Vandana and all those things. But we don't do Sandhya Vandana anymore, right? I mean, Brahmins, so some people do, okay, but it was included as one kind of, I mean, it was included as karma. So karma is this, I mean, I'm sorry, dharma is this, okay. Dharma is how you conduct your lives, okay. And Artha is wealth and education. Both come under Artha, okay. And we have a Shastra, like for example, there is a Artha Shastra, right? So there is a discipline in this country, okay. That is something that I can say, okay. In fact, the only thing, okay, in fact, if you want to actually give a definition of Sanatana Dharma, how will you define the Sanatana Dharma or Dharma of this land, okay? Dharma, okay. In fact, it is not even Sanatana Dharma, it is Dharma. How would you define it? A Dharma which divides, I mean, which specifies the four Purusharthas, okay? Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. This is Sanatana Dharma. This is the actual definition, okay? A lot of people do not get this, okay, because people from different political parties give different kinds of definition to Sanatana Dharma. I think I have said what I wanted to say, okay. So as I said, there are three important points. One is this live session is set up so that you can ask me questions and I will answer them first. Second, I am also doing this live session because I'm expecting some kind of help from you. I need some financial help, okay. And there is also a third thing, okay, which is about this article that I wrote. Please read it, okay, because it is a summary of whatever I have went through. So I request everyone who is watching this to go to nellaishanmugam.wordpress.com and read the first article that you see in the blog. Okay, that is the latest one. So now I'm waiting for the questions. Introduction is over. So I only see highs. Okay, hi. I have said hi already. Anybody wants to ask any question? And I will be only on. This live session is going to be very very short. Okay, until 8 p.m. Okay. I'm waiting for your questions now. But yeah, if people who are watching this may feel bored, okay, if I just keep waiting and don't speak anything. So for to to make them attentive and to make them interested in this video, I will continue to speak something until somebody comes up with questions. So this must be having Diwali, right? So I believe a lot of people are looking forward to it. I'm not really looking forward to it as much as many other people who are looking forward to it because I don't have a family. I'm a single person, okay? If today something happens to me, tomorrow something happens to me, a very unhealthy situation like heart attack, for example, there is nobody to take care of me at all. Nobody. And I'm not worried about it. I just want to make a statement, okay? Because sometimes I feel like I might not be alive for a long time. And it is good for me. For me, I'm ready to say goodbye to this life, okay? I have seen enough because I'm satisfied when it comes to the ultimate goal of life. I'm satisfied. I'm peaceful, happy with what I have right now. I don't have anything, but yeah, I'm happy. Happy about what I have, okay, which is nothing basically, okay. I have like two pants, yeah, three shirts. This is the clothing that I have, okay. My residence is very very simple, okay, and food is also very very simple, nothing fancy. This is my life. I'm very happy with it. The only thing is, yes, um, instead of begging for money or instead of like depending on financial assistance from people, it is like it is better to just die, right? I mean, natural death. I'm not talking about suicide. I won't commit suicide because I'm against it. I'm against that idea. But yeah, but if naturally death comes to me, yeah, I will welcome it. There is no point in living, okay. At least somebody should acknowledge my work, right? I'm not, like a lot of people have said this, okay. But I can never forget this one guy, okay, who called me high beggar just because I asked him some money, right? Now I can ask him a question, okay. What have you done in your life? At least I have done something, right? I've written a couple of books and I have good reviews in my book. So how can you, say all these harsh words to someone? I don't take it very seriously, but that is what he said, right? So it is very sad to see all these things. Like people do not understand how much I can help you. I can, okay. The only thing that I require for doing my work, I have announced my project recently, which is on Valmiki Ramayana. I'm still working on it, and I think this could be a very important project because this is like a, what do you call this? This is like an anchor or something. Like it is like it is something to hold on to so that I can explore everything around it. Ramayana plays a lot of role in the life of Hindus. Right? In fact, politicians do a lot of politics with Ramayana and Rama. So I want to find out the deal. I mean, what is the deal with Rama? Okay, what exactly he did and what exactly Valmiki wrote in Ramayana. Because when we compare Ramayana and Mahabharata, which one of these two epics is more used for politics? It is Ramayana, right? We all know about the Ayodhya issue, okay, and I have some problem with that, okay, like because when I read Ramayana, when we do a critical analysis, It seems to be a common opinion among many scholars, which is also, um, which is something that I can agree with. Also, is this okay? The Ayodhya that is mentioned in Ramayana is not the present day Ayodhya. The Lanka that is mentioned in Ramayana is not present day Lanka either. They are different locations. The present day Ayodhya was named after Ayodhya in Ramayana. Many people think like this, okay? And the present day Lanka might also have been named after Lanka in Ramayana. There are some people who think Lanka is near Maldives. The actual Lanka that is intended by Valmiki, okay, is in Maldives. So there are a lot of problems actually. In fact, when I started reading Ramayana, I observed lots and lots of things. I have documented it in a separate article, a separate post. You have to go through this. Okay. I have very clearly, I mean, I don't want to, like, it is not about Ramayana, but still, yeah, this is related to my topic, okay. When I, after, me, right now, I am in Ayodhya Kanda. I have finished the entire Balakanda. Balakanda is over. And I read everything in Sanskrit. And even Ayodhya Kanda, I have finished until 20 sargas. Okay, now I am in a sarga where Lakshmana is very very angry about this Vanavasa thing. Okay, and there are lots and lots of interesting observations that I have made so far. I have noted down. I have like an entire folder in my Google Drive. I can even share it to people. Okay, if you're really interested, please email me. I will share the folder. The folder where I have different documents. Okay, one is about controversial elements in Ramayana. For example, there was a verse. Okay, that is when I actually decided to open a new document for it. Rama says to, I think he's talking to Dasharatha or Kaikeyi, okay. Rama says, okay, I will give everything to Bharata, including Sita. And I was like, what? Like, Rama is saying in a verse, okay, I will give Sita to Bharata. And this is kind of disturbing, okay. So, what is the difference between Bharata and Ravana then, okay? Sita was taken away from Ravana, right? And Rama says, okay, there is some point in Ramayana, Rama says, I cannot live even 1 second without Sita. So there are a lot of contradictions, apparent contradictions. There is one more thing actually, just recently came across, okay, because this, in all the verses I have finished, okay, Rama is telling Kausalya, okay, her mother, his mother, I'm going to actually live on the fruits and the roots, and I'm going to stop the the actual word that is used is amisha. Amisha means it can mean a multiple things. One is it can mean flesh or it can mean meat. It can also mean sensual desire. Okay, like or any kind of object. So amisha does not just mean meat. It could also mean anything that is luxuries. Okay, that is connected with luxury. For example, a food that is cooked in a very perfect way by all these cooks in the palace. That can be also called as amisha. Okay, so Rama says, okay, is it boring to you? Man, there's only one person watching, so what's the point? Okay, guys, I think like I don't want to actually talk too much when there is no comments and when there are no viewers. Okay, but I believe you get my point. Okay, I'm very serious about my work, my project. But what I need is this: I need some kind of financial. I can do a lot of things. I can talk to you. Maybe whenever I have time, I can talk to you about my observations on Ramayana. For example, there is an issue going on regarding whether Rama ate meat or not, and I can even answer the question right now. I'm talking about it, but nobody is listening, so I don't want to talk about it any further. Okay, maybe it is boring because the last few sessions, my live sessions, were about Ramayana, and I did not get many comments. Okay, so I will wait for some time. Okay, I don't want to continue with the Ramayana topic anymore because I realize that when I speak about Sanskrit or when I speak about Ramayana, I do not get many comments or many viewers, but not because not everybody is interested in these topics. Okay, so please go ahead and ask your questions. At least right now, two people are watching. Okay, it, I am seeing it in my screen. So if you have any question at all, even if it is offending, go ahead and ask me. I mean, even if it is offensive, I don't care. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Any questions? Okay, I realize that I'm not going to get any answers immediately because there are only two people who are watching this at the moment. So if you're watching this later, if you're not watching this live, please go ahead and interact with me, okay? Let me say something, okay? Ask your questions. Let me interact with you because, as I said very clearly, okay, I need some help. I need some support. I'm working on some very important project, okay? I really want to restart my contribution to um, the spiritual world, okay, to spiritual seek. I want to help whatever I went through, okay. See, if my first book, if people were able to relate to my first book, then they can still relate to my present journey. Whatever I am going through, they can still relate to it, right? So I'm trusting that, you know, at least some people will understand this, okay. Having said that, I'm going to end this video right now, okay. But I really, really want you to have some, want you to respond in some way. At least please comment, okay. Let's have some kind of discussion, okay. Because I'm looking forward for some kind of help. I don't have anybody else right now, okay. Uh, I was conducting my life, okay, solely based on the income that I was getting through my content. But I don't have the domain name right now. My blog does not have the domain at the moment, and my YouTube videos are not monetized at the moment. So I'm not in a very good situation when it comes to my content. Okay, there are very, very less supporters right now, and many people got turned off because of a lot of things that happened in the past. Okay, one has to do with Surya Gayatri, and that is exactly the reason why I'm not bringing up that in the conversations these days, okay? Because my experience with Surya Gayatri is genuine, okay? I mean, when I said that there is a past life connection, it is truth. That is exactly what I felt. So I have written about this a lot, okay? But people can still misunderstand. I understand that. So I stopped talking about this, okay? But I'm looking forward to your help to restart my content creation, okay. I can definitely contribute to the spiritual seekers, okay, contribute to spirituality, and I can help spiritual seekers around the world. Even if you do not believe that I have not attained non-duality, that doesn't matter because I still have something to share, right? That is exactly why my first book is selling. Think about this, okay. Think about this, and please come forward to help me. This is my request, okay, because I really need some help right now, okay. Thank you very much for watching. You have a nice day and happy Diwali. And I hope you will make my Diwali happier. Thank you. Bye.